Hello and welcome to another edition of the program Blackboard. I'm Swabura Usman, your host. You can watch us live on www.astroradioandtv.com/live, on DSTV channel 392, on StarTimes channel 127, Free TV channel 507, and we are on the UHF Van channel 38. The Minister of State for Education, Mr. Goodluck Nana Opiah, has stated that Nigeria's current illiteracy level stands at 31%. According to him, there's a significant reduction from previous years and 7% away from the 2015 statistics, which put the country's non-literacy rate at 38%. The current statistics of 2022, based on estimations, captured the non-literate population of about 31% of the estimated total population. International Literacy Day is observed all over the world to reaffirm commitment to promoting education and literacy. This goes to underscore the importance of education as one of the qualities for enhanced human existence. On this note, Blackboard was at the Education Secretariat of the FCT, where the Departments of Mass Education flag off activities to train youths and women on formal and non-formal education. Have a look. Malam Dahiru El Katuzu says this year's theme avails an opportunity to deepen the efforts of FCT administration to ensure equitable education for all.
Basic schools, we have we started pilot inclusive education in some of our schools and in our learning center. The basic ingredients of inclusiveness in our system is to ensure that our schools environment are configured in such a way that anybody with any form of handicap will have access to school. You are in a wheelchair, you can have access to our school. You are partially blind or blind, you have access to our school. And even when you have difficulty in hearing, you also have instructors who can also communicate to these children. So we are making this, we've made this provision in some of our basic schools. You know, it also has budgetary implication because certain environment needs to be prepared. So we are running it at a pilot program, and running it in the pilot program is also to ensure that wherever in any of the area council you are, you will not need to go to our special schools. You know, we have special schools in FCT for the blind, for the handicap and all that. And these are located in different places, but not everybody have access to this school. So that is why in each of the area council, we have these pilot schools where handicapped or children with special needs can have access. So I have one more question.
The director, FCT Department of Mass Education, Hajia Hajara Titilayo, says there's need to ensure the culture of improved education, both formal and informal, for economic empowerment.
It was by the grace of God to go and give some of the youths there and the children there some skills so that they can continue to learn these skills including the normal literacy lesson they partake in, so that they can live a very good life and be functional in the society. And then we have our partner. We have a school without wall. The population there is over 1,000. They have their classes in Durumi and Kuchinguru. We've been partnering with them. We've been watching them and supervising their activities, because all the children there are victims of insurgency. And on that note, we shall be there from 14 to 16 to teach them skills. And particularly the school without walls, we're going to establish skill acquisition in leather works there, because the NGO, the Life Builder Initiative, headed by Dr. David, have built a section for us in that center where we can locate our leather works skill acquisition center. What we have done to the out-of-school people the out-of-school young people and even the women is very significant. We train them, we move into their settlement to train them. So that is forming part of the literacy activities for this year. And conclusively, we're going to have the grand finale. And what do we do in the grand finale? We do exhibition of our product. We encourage and we go on tour. We in our various zones, the zonal coordinators move around to sensitize the community on the need for them to key into the mass literacy programs, for them to have a lifelong livelihood, so that we can at least achieve the reduction of poverty in this country.
Also, radio and television services went on tour to some of the centers for mass literacy, where some of the students shared their experience of learning.
What I understand from the word literacy is when one expresses their way, expresses themselves in a formal way.
Happy and I'll be able to earn much money.
Act of being able to read and write and acquiring knowledge.
It means somebody to be educated. I'm here to develop skills acquisition to set up business for me.
What skill are you learning?
I'm learning kitchen baking skills.
Future goal, which is to become a computer engineer or a software developer, and you can also earn you lots of money in just a year, which is a very good.
You have the ability to express oneself formally and clearly. Python is a programming language. It's used to do plenty things. You can learn from Python programming. When you learn it, you can use it to program a robot. You can use it for robotics. You can use it for app development, game development, and data science. All these courses bring income and profits.
And day for all of us, because we really want everybody to be literate, especially here in Nigeria. So I'm also using these opportunities to let parents know, for those of them that their kids are out of school, it's better they try their best to bring them in school. And for those that are already in school, apart from learning the formal education, they also have to try to learn a skill, because like we say, formal education will take you places, but personal education, which is self-education, that's what you do after your formal education, will now bring you what fortune.
It has really assisted me, because at least when I finish now, I can, even if I don't get a job, I can use it as my side hustle.
I'll say thank you and allow me to train here.
You learn it, you can use it to program a robot. You can use it for robotics. You can use it for app development, game.
Quit the job. Then when I got the opportunity to learn from the Department of Mass Education, I took it up, and it has really gone a long way in helping me, because to an extent I didn't really know I could do well in fashion designing, but when I learned, I've been able to go beyond what I was taught, and I also had the opportunity to collaborate with them in running free training. Last month we organized 2 weeks training for women, and it was a free training. There I discovered that there are many women that actually want to learn how to make things, but because of the financial implication, they can't really do that. But when they have the opportunity to learn it free, they are able to be financially independent. That made me to realize that the department is really doing well, because women now have the opportunity to be financially independent to an extent. Even if you cannot take care of your children alone, but to an extent you can contribute a little percentage, and it helps to give a woman confidence in herself. So it has really helped me also, because
I'm very, very happy, because before, if I see cake, I always wonder, how do they do this? But today, I can train people how to bake. And so I always, this is IZ. So this year June, I was able to join this National Cake Association. So that was a good one. So I appreciate mommy and the organizer of this program, because most of the women, this thing is really helping us. Today I don't look for 1 naira to do something without seeing it. Maybe somebody will call, can you bake this one for me? Can you do this one for me? So that one is very, very okay.
Okay, it just has to do with you being safe when you are online, protecting your network, protecting your applications when you deploy them to the cloud. Just how to be safe, preventing yourself from the hackers before they get to like hack you. You understand?
What about the coding?
Okay, coding it's just something that's on its own. Presently, they are learning Python programming because from here, when they learn the basics, they can now choose to become maybe they could choose to maybe design their desktop application or their web sites, or maybe they could choose to learn machine learning, data science, artificial intelligence, robotics, and it all starts from here. So ideally, we just want to catch them young. As you can see, they are still very young. Most of them are in JS3, some SS1. Another has just finished her SS3. Some are still in their university. So this is the right thing to do right now, catching them and making sure that they learn how to code and become very good. So coding is just the future. Over there in abroad, you can see as little as 7, 8, 9, they start coding, and by the time they are maybe in their 20s, you see that they've really gone far and excelled very well. So that's what we are trying to do here, catching them young as well.
The director said the essence of the training is to provide a unique opportunity for dialogue between women, technical and vocational education and training.
500 literacy centers across the 6 area councils, operating under the structure of UBEP. We have both basic and post-basic literacy. Then we have 32 women centers across the area councils, 6 area councils. So this is one of the women centers that we have. So we have continuing education centers, and those ones are about 15 spread across the 6 area councils. So what we are saying today is we are flagging off free training. In commemoration of the Skills Day, World Skills Day, you won't pay anything. Come in here and learn a trade. Go to our zones and learn a trade.
The acting managing director, Abuja Enterprise Agency, Mr. Shehu Abdulkadir, who collaborated with the center by providing them with sewing machines, says is a concerted effort towards socio-economic recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic that are interconnected with challenges such as climate change, while stressing the importance of skill acquisition as a driving force towards economic development.
Today is the World Skills Day, trying to recognize that skills is very important towards job creation, wealth creation, and poverty eradication, especially after the pandemic. The pandemic has created a lot of imbalance within the system, a lot of poverty, climate change issues, and the only thing that will bridge the gap created by the pandemic is advocating for skills. And today we're here to see how we can support people in the fashion industry, especially women.
One of the learners who spoke with ASO Radio and Television Services expressed gratitude to Abuja Enterprise Agency and the FCT Department of Mass Literacy for the gesture.
Most of these machines have stayed there for a very long time, and they're getting really old. Sometimes everything starts to go bad, and when you're sewing, sometimes when your thread cuts. So I feel it's a really good move, and we appreciate them for this kind of act. Big thank you, because it's like something that we all really needed. Like, we're a lot here, and sometimes machines are few. So
the director said the training will help address some challenges by reducing access barriers to the world of work and ensuring the skills gained are recognized and certified.
This center provides holistic training, and for that reason, we felt we should be here today, since we have been supported again by Abuja Enterprise Agency to strengthen what we know how to do. We are a department that has the mandate of non-formal education, providing skill acquisition, and FCT has rightly positioned the Department of Mass Education to provide informal education to significantly reduce poverty in the FCT.
The theme of this year's World Youth Skill Day is Transforming Youth Skills for the Future. The Department of Mass Literacy is identified by the FCTA as one of the stakeholders to resolve the conflict between the herders and farmers in the FCT. The director, Hajia Hajara Titilaya Alayande, says the training is aimed at improving formal education of nomadic literacy program.
To upscale the adult nomadic literacy programs to an appreciable level that will not only make the nomads literate, but will empower them with other livelihood skills for sustainable economic development and promote national security.
The FCT Mandate Secretary Alhaji Dahiru El Katuzu, represented by Director Finance and Administration Malam Abdulrazak Leramo, says the essence of the training is to resolve conflict between the herders and farmers in the FCT.
We are aware of the issues that has been existing between herders and farmers, which is basically economic control of land resource. With this kind of training that will empower the Fulani herders to grow their cattle feeds and provide their cattle feed without allowing them to move around and creating a problem between them and the farmers. It will empower them economically. It will also help to achieve the much desired peace.
This is to encourage them to plant, to engage in feed production for the cattle so that they can imbibe the culture of ranching and discourage open grazing.
Some of the facilitators who spoke with ASO Radio and Television Services has this to say.
With the coming of the program, I think we have benefited a lot and we are happy and proud of the program, which we are hoping in future we are going to advance and facilitate more of our learners.
To know how to read and write, to know how to be exposed in people. Like when they go to hospital, to know how to speak English.
My students, English language and mathematics, which we started from the grassroots, and now they have started to pick up.
The capacity training is designed to cater for continuing education of adults, women, girls, persons with disability, and children who drop out of school to mainstream them into formal education to become self-reliant.
They are on holiday, so they are making use of the opportunity. I think for now we have like seven of them, and they're all learning coding. Then there's another guy. Okay, he's sick, so he's not here. He's in 200 level in the university. He's currently running in cybersecurity. So but the rest are learning Python. Okay, it just has to do with you being safe when you are online, protecting your network, protecting your applications when you deploy them to the cloud. Just how to be safe, preventing yourself from the hackers before they get to like hack you. You understand?
What about the coding?
Okay, coding it's just something that's on its own. Presently, they are learning Python programming because from here, when they learn the basics, they can now choose to become maybe they could choose to maybe design their desktop application or their web sites, or maybe they could choose to learn machine learning, data science, artificial intelligence, robotics, and it all starts from here. So ideally, we just want to catch them young. As you can see, they are still very young. Most of them are in JS3, some SS1, another has just finished her SS3, some are still in their university. So this is the right thing to do right now, catching them and making sure that they learn how to code and become very good. So coding is just the future. Over there in abroad, you can see as little as 7, 8, 9, they start coding, and by the time they are maybe in their 20s, you see that they've really gone far and excelled very well. So that's what we are trying to do here, catching them young as well.
Very interesting site there. We have young children learning coding, Python. Even I learn a lot. So conclusively, this year's theme of the 2022 International Literacy Day is tagged Transforming Literacy Learning Spaces, Exploring Opportunities and Possibilities. It's an opportunity to rethink the fundamental importance of literacy learning spaces to build resilience and ensure quality, equitable and inclusive education for all. The theme is apt as it adequately helps to increase awareness about the diverse literacy learning spaces centered on the needs of youth and adults based on new knowledge and emerging evidences that are related to effective policies, systems, governance, programs, teaching and learning practice, and of course, monitoring of learning spaces. That's it today on this week's edition of Blackboard. Until we come your way again, same time, same station, I'm Sobra Usman. Remember, each and every individual has the right to literacy and education. Enjoy the rest of your day.